run it now out of the gun. He cuts it right. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series.
So on fourth down, here's the veteran left-footed punter Donnie Jones to kick it away. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. New York set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Manning to throw on second down. Over the middle to Beckham. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver. Here's Donnie Jones now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure. We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us. Offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Dwayne Harris, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going.
Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. And our players spotlight now as we turn our attention to Eli Manning. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him.
Four down.
Now they try the right side here. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Now Manning. And here the hook up good to Victor Cruz. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defensive given.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Manning. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. A beautiful fake. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Eli Manning and company getting set here as they head back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. But that's the Kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise. Because we know, OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. To throw is Manning. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. He's got time in the pocket. Hitting Donnell here, the tight end right side. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now Manning. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown. Of the season. Here's Donnie Jones now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A gain of 6 there on first. On that quick throw, what do you think? Possibly something they... saw at the line to go there?
Possibly in the game plan, and you notice they went with an empty backfield. No backs there to help with pass protection, so you have to have a counter to that because you know they're probably going to bring pressure when they see an empty backfield, so you get rid of the ball quickly. Quick drop, ball's out of the quarterback's hands, keeps it from getting hit, and they get a completion.
Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Throwing on first down is Manning. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Fresh set of downs here.
Check, 4 down, 4 down.
Three-quarter back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Single. Watch 84. What do you want?
Manning now on first down. Over the middle here to Donnell. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Tight end to the right, bro. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey.
Again, it's Manning. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. 8 yards there on a first down. The offense lining up 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Muscles him off. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now Manning hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Four down. Alert. Set. 280. 59 Mike. Check.
Now a play fake here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone.
Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here comes the Eagles defense. They work their way back onto the field. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points, gotten pushed around, so to speak, during this contest. They've got to find a way to end it right here, right now.
Can they end it? Let's find out. Over the middle to Beckham. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Odell Beckham Jr. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we get that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is
But
one of our
she's singing
guys.
too.
Oh, she's singing.
She's on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left scales way.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got some space here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you said 3 rushing touchdowns.
Here's Donnie Jones now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Taken in at the 11. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Giants ready to come out now. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team.
There goes Sterling Shepard. Past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, the Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back.
And that's caught inside the 30. Manning to Beckham, a big play there. 45 yards.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game, and however it turns out, it turns out.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of...